Hello and welcome back to It's on the Ledger. In this tutorial we'll be showing you how to use the payment locator. Let's start off in services again, as there's a couple more things to show you in here. We're going to select payment locator and then click it. Here we can search a transaction by the account, the payment amount, the asset and the transaction memo. We talked about memos briefly before in a previous tutorial, so let's take a look at them in a bit more details now. Let's type that memo, XLM transfer, into the transaction memo box and then click search. When the page loads, these are the most recent transactions that have used this memo when making a payment or transfer. The newest is at the top and the oldest is at the bottom. We made our transfer on the 11th of June 2022, yet when we look at the timestamps between the 10th of June and the 14th of June, our transaction isn't there. Let's remind ourselves of this transaction. Well, the date is there, clear as day, the 11th of June, but it's not showing up on the ledger. If we look at the memo, it says XLM transfer, yet there's nothing on this page. Well, let's scroll back up and see why. Can you see? In the search box, we've used lowercase letters, and in the memo for the transaction, we used capitals and lower letters. So the transaction search box is case sensitive. Let's put the right memo in and then hit search. There we go. There's our transaction we made, and there's a high probability you'll recognise the transaction beneath that one too. You can type anything you want into the transaction memo box and see the results. You might find a number in the memo box instead of a text, and this usually indicates XLM movement to an exchange. You might find the number has been used by many accounts over a period of time, all going to the same exchange. What do you think that means? There are many interesting things to look at on the ledger. What will you find when you go digging?